So, you guys like Stormtroopers? Huh? Anybody? Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and I'm back with some Stormtroopers! Alright, let's be real, there's no way I was gonna get through the whole video with that thing on my head. It's cool, but no. So, the reason we're here today is not to talk about the Black Series helmet, but to instead talk about these new figures. These came out during Rogue Friday this year. They're called Interactech Stormtrooper and Shadow Trooper figures by Hasbro. The Shadow Trooper is an exclusive to ToysRUs. Now, these are like 12-inch figures, but there's something a little bit more to them. That's why they call it Interactech. At first, when these came out, I didn't know what to think of these. I was like, okay, they're 12-inch figures that make noise. Cool, whatever. But I didn't realize how fun they actually were. Until this Christmas, my kids got both of them, and we started playing with them, and I was like, oh god, these things are amazing. So, first, let's take a look at the back of the box. Okay, now the back of the box tells us everything. It says Star Wars Shadow Trooper. Now again, this is the Shadow Trooper from Battlefront. The other one is just a regular white Stormtrooper. They both do the exact same thing other than the color. So it says, reporting for duty, Commander, there are 65 plus sounds and phrases. There's a jetpack that'll give jetpacky sounds. There's a little indicator telling you which mode it's in. You activate it by pressing the belt. Another little sample of what he says. If you put the blaster in his hand, it activates attack mode. You put the jetpack and it activates jetpack mode. Realistic blaster sounds. And you know what? The back of this box just doesn't do the figure justice. Everything's kind of loose because I repacked it. We've already been playing with them. What do you want to say? So you pick him up for flight sounds. You shake him for battle sounds. Ages 4 and up. Again, this one's a ToysRUs exclusive. Does come with a little piece of paper there so you can scan the effects app, and I'll put that at the very end in case you guys want to scan that and add that to your own app collection. But for right now, he's already going. He's already going. So this is what is really cool about these figures, is they're motion sensitive, right? And like it said on the back of the box, it knows if it has a gun in his hand, and it knows if there's a jetpack. So let's listen to what he does here. Let's make him march. Here, let's start him up.
Orders received.
Okay, so you hit the little belt and he starts. But now let's make him march.
Find cover.
And he like makes noise like he's running, right?
I need a weapon.
Okay, he needs a weapon, he says. Let's put a weapon in his hand and see what happens.
All right, men, load your weapons.
Okay, now what happens if we pretend to shoot?
Take that, you rebels.
That's awesome. I love this. And you can do...
Right on target.
Okay, so get this. He also knows if he's upside down.
A little help here.
He knows! So you can put him back right side up, and then put him upside down.
A trooper should always stay on his feet.
That's hilarious! I love the stuff that he says out here. And he's got a little red indicator showing you that he's in attack mode.
Mission is a go.
And you can shoot. Get this. Let's say he gets shot. He screams. He does the Star Wars, the Wilhelm scream. That's hilarious. And there's actually a couple other screams buried in there if you play with them more. But I love it. I love the way they work. So what else do we got here? Let's put the jetpack on him. Let's make him walk.
Jetpacks are meant for flying, not running.
So if you try to make him run, he makes a comment about it. Alright, let's take the flight to the sky. And he makes jetpack whooshing sounds. Get this. Oh, maybe not. There you go. That was a pretty cool sound. What happens if he gets shot? He's flying around. Ah!
Rebels spotted.
But he can also shoot at the same time. Okay, so let's take the gun out of his hand. He only has a jetpack. Make him walk. What happens if we try to make him shoot?
There's one set for stun.
That's pretty cool.
Move along. Troopers, listen up.
Okay, this is where it gets cool. Let's get out the other figure. He's already pretty much open. And let's put his hand in a punching position. Just so he can punch. Put him in on button. There we go.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
Check this out.
Keep moving, trooper. Fight for the Empire. Fight for the Empire. Lord Vader won't accept defeat. I need a weapon.
These things are so freaking awesome. And then you can, again, make them fly. I love it.
A little help here.
These figures are really rad. Like, just the playability of them.
There's one.
The fact that it knows if it has a blaster, if it knows if it has the jetpack, you can fly it.
Attack formation. Take that, rebels.
These things are rad. I like...
Waiting orders, Commander.
At first, when I saw them, I was like, those are kind of whatever. In fact, back in August, before they came out, my son and I went to ToysRUs headquarters.
All right, load your weapons.
All right, easy. We went to ToysRUs headquarters for part of a promotion called President of Play, where my son was possibly going to be the ToysRUs spokeskid, and he didn't make it, but there were a lot of really cool kids there. But while we were there, we got to play with a bunch of new toys that weren't released yet. In fact, this Stormtrooper was one of them, and we had no idea how cool it was. Like, we were just like, okay, cool, it makes noise. But we didn't know that it did all this because the box wasn't there, it was just the toy. So I'm glad that we have these now. They are a little expensive. They range between $25 to $30 each. But they're also a big 12-inch figure. So if you collect any of the 12-inch, other ones, they have like a Darth Vader, they've got a Kanan Jarrus, Jyn Erso. Any of those, you can play along with these, and you can still have just as much fun, just shooting and doing whatever. I mean, you can just smack the guy. These things are great. The fact they headbutt each other.
Can't we just blast them?
He knows he's fighting. I love it. I'm sorry, but these are the coolest toys ever. We had a lot of fun with them Christmas morning, playing with them and doing all the cool stuff. So be sure to check down in the description box below. And also there's a pinned comment with an Amazon link if you want to get a hold of your own. The prices on them do fluctuate, so kind of watch and see when they go as low as $25. He's still talking. That's crazy. But you can usually find them for as low as $25, as high as $29.99. Either way, they're totally worth it. These things are really, really awesome. I love it. I love it. They're the best. Guys, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you like seeing toy reviews like this. If you like Star Wars, come back. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed already. And share this video with a fellow Star Wars fan. Let them know how cool these toys are, because you and your friends could be playing with them and just shooting each other and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Until next time, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever!
Empire will always win. Can't we just blast them?
I love it. Alright guys, as promised, here are the Force Effects apps codes. You can scan it right there on the top. I'm not sure which is for which, but here are both of them just in case. So get out your app, scan it just like it says, and there you go. Free points, free unlocks of the cool ones that come with these Interactech Stormtroopers.